proceed, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time we drop a video, which is either gonna be Monday or Friday, of course. All right, and hit us up with that super like. All right, we greatly appreciate it. And check out these mixed nuts friends. All right, guys, these guys are super fantastic. They're available on all platforms. Check them out. You can check us out on Instagram. That's that mixed nuts 3000, of course. That mixed nuts 3000. Run it.
So, a new trailer dropped, and when I say dropped, I mean it landed like a meteor made of 1980s nostalgia made of protein powder. The Masters of the Universe trailer, He-Man vs. Skeletor, hit the internet on January 22nd, and the world just stopped. People who were supposed to be working were suddenly glued to their screens. The trailer racked up over 15 million views in just 2 days. Not a movie trailer. A global phenomenon, like when a cat learns to play the piano or a politician accidentally tells the truth. Massive, loud, wonderfully, beautifully weird. This wasn't just another summer blockbuster preview. For 2.5 minutes, the trailer felt like a party everyone was invited to, but nobody was sure about the dress code. Battle armor? Business suit? Yes, both. Amazon MGM and Mattel reached into the collective memory of everyone who ever owned a plastic sword and screamed, "I have the power." The music swelled, the action popped, and then, well, we'll get to the weird parts. The speed it took over social media was breathtaking, a digital stampede of pure hype. The initial hook was simple and powerful. Teaser trailer released January 22nd. Adam, Galatzine, learns his destiny as He-Man. Quick glimpse, He-Man vs. Skeletor battle. We see Prince Adam, looking like a guy who just walked out of a boy band, finding out he's the chosen one. Boom, he's He-Man. Muscles, sword, iconic pose, everything fans wanted to see on the big screen. Let's break down what the trailer actually showed us, because it was a journey. It starts exactly where you'd expect. We meet Prince Adam, a young man blissfully unaware of his destiny. He's told he must return to Eternia to save it. We see flashes of a mystical world castle Grayskull ancient magic. The sorceress, Morena Baccarin, delivers cryptic lines. You think Lord of the Rings with more biceps. Then, record scratch, hard. Origin setup, cut to a cubicle. He-Man in a beige office. Button down, bored. The internet loses it. Is he on Earth? Is this a dream sequence? Is he filling out expense reports for his power sword? Nobody knows. After that delightful bit of workplace comedy, the trailer pivots back to the action, and it delivers. Money shots, He-Man, sword raised, shredded. Action, fast, modern, and expensive. Explosions, futuristic vehicles, and hints of massive battles. It's a visual feast that assures audiences this isn't just a joke. The contrast is what makes it so interesting. 1 minute it's The Office, the next it's Conan the Barbarian. Tonal whiplash. Thrilling. They're not afraid to be silly, but they're also not afraid to be epic. And finally, the trailer gives us the villain. The grand finale is a quick, terrifying glimpse of Skeletor. He looks incredible. Played by Jared Leto, not a Halloween mask, a genuinely menacing skull, radiating pure evil. He clashes with He-Man, the payoff. For all the jokes and cubicles, the core remains a timeless battle between hero and villain. Fantasy, satire, epic action, and it leaves you wanting to see how on Eternia they're going to make all of this work together. The moment He-Man's face appeared behind that cubicle wall, the internet split into two warring factions. It was the Great Cubicle War of 2026. On one side, you had the people who absolutely loved it. They saw it as a brilliant, satirical wink. A sign that the movie doesn't take itself too seriously. They argued it was a clever way to modernize the character, to make a comment on the drudgery of modern life, or maybe just a really, really funny joke. Some highlight the campy humor as a strength, evoking the original series' light-hearted absurdity, while others worry it might veer too silly. On the other side of the digital battlefield were the purists. For them, the sight of He-Man in an office was nothing short of blasphemy. They saw it as a betrayal of the character. The release has sparked debate across social media, with critics arguing Hollywood is changing a traditionally masculine icon to reflect modern workplace culture, while others say it may be a satirical dig at political correctness. Their argument was that He-Man is a fantasy hero. He belongs in a castle, not a cubicle. They worried the film was trying to be too clever, too woke, or was diluting the power fantasy with mundane, real-world problems. What's so fascinating is that this one scene became a Rorschach test. Do you want a straight-faced epic fantasy? Or do you want a self-aware comedic adventure that pokes fun at its own premise? The trailer brilliantly, or perhaps accidentally, catered to both desires, and, in doing so, created a firestorm of free publicity. Some critics even wondered about the marketing's intent, whether it was a deliberate play for a certain kind of audience or just a happy accident. I'm torn between admiring the self-awareness or concerned who I'll be sitting next to in theaters come June 5th. This concern highlights the deep divide in expectations. Let's be honest about something. While half the internet was debating corporate satire, the other half was busy hitting the pause button. Why? Because of Nicholas Galitzine, or more specifically, Nicholas Galitzine's abs. The physical transformation of the actor into He-Man became an instant sensation. Within minutes of the trailer's release, social feeds filled with paused screenshots, enthusiastic commentary, thirst-forward reactions praising the physical overhaul. For many viewers, the nostalgia came second. The abs did not. People were not shy. The praise for his physique was loud, widespread, and immediate. In December 2025, Galitzine told people how bulking up for his He-Man role was the hardest thing he's ever done, noting it was a daily challenge. That commitment shines through in the trailer. When he holds up that sword and transforms, you believe it. He looks like a man who could punch a mountain and win. This visual authenticity is crucial for a character like He-Man. Jared Leto is playing Skeletor. Visually, from what the trailer showed, he looks phenomenal. The design is comic book accurate, creepy, and imposing. Fans online were quick to praise the look. However, the enthusiasm for the design is tempered by a healthy dose of skepticism about the actor behind the skull. Leto's previous performances, notably his portrayal of the Joker in Suicide Squad and the critical failure of Morbius, fuel the reaction. Amidst all the praise for the abs, amidst all the praise for the debates about the cubicles, a single, desperate question echoed across the internet, typed in all caps for maximum emotional impact. Where is Orco? With nearly 300 upvotes at press time, that same question was asked all over X, under just about every post that shared the trailer. It wasn't a suggestion, it was a demand. Fans were looking for their little floating magical friend, and he was nowhere to be found. For a character who often bungled his spells, his absence was a perfectly executed disappearing act. Orco is more than just a sidekick. He represents the heart. He represents the humor of Eternia. His absence from the trailer felt significant. There was no sign of Orco in the trailer, and he's not mentioned in any official press information for the film. This wasn't just an oversight. It felt like a deliberate choice, and that choice made fans nervous. Was he cut from the movie entirely? Are they saving him for a big reveal? Is he the one who designed the office building He-Man works in? The passion behind the "Where is Orco?" movement is telling. They care about the entire world of Eternia and its quirky inhabitants. Leaving one of them out feels like making a Batman movie without Alfred. You can do it, but something essential is missing. This mystery has become a subplot of the movie's marketing campaign. The studio has remained completely silent. Maybe they're holding Orco back for a cheer. Maybe he's not in the film at all. Either way, the search is on. If you had any doubt that this movie was a big deal, you just need to look at the cast list. This isn't some low-budget passion project, this is a full-blown Hollywood extravaganza. Camila Mendes as Tila, Idris Elba as Duncan, Man-at-Arms, Alison Brie as Evil Lynn, Morena Baccarin as the Sorceress of Castle Grayskull. We have Kristen Wiig, comedy royalty, voicing the character Roboto. This is an absolutely stacked deck. Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms alone is enough to get people excited. It's a clear signal from the studio. We are not messing around. We are throwing A-list talent at this thing to make sure it works. Behind the camera, the talent is just as impressive. The film is directed by Travis Knight, the man behind the fantastic Bumblebee and the stunning Kubo and the Two Strings. The film is directed by Travis Knight with a screenplay by Chris Butler, Aaron Nee, Adam Nee, Dave Callahan. Knight has a proven ability to blend spectacle with heart. He knows how to handle beloved properties with care, respecting the source material while bringing something new to the table. Of course, all this talent comes at a price. A very, very big price. The film carries a budget of £149.3 million, $200 million. That is a mountain of money. We're talking about a budget that puts this film in the same league as the biggest superhero blockbusters. With that kind of investment, the pressure to succeed is enormous. This isn't just a movie, it's a major corporate bet. The studio is banking on nostalgia to launch a new franchise. They're not just hoping for a hit, they're expecting a juggernaut. It means incredible VFX, elaborate set pieces, and a truly cinematic experience with less room for error. So, here we are. We have a trailer that's part epic fantasy, part office comedy. We have a hero with god-tier abs, a villain played by one of Hollywood's most unpredictable actors. We have a massive budget, an all-star cast, a beloved director. We have passionate fans debating every frame, the design of Skeletor's face, the decor of He-Man's cubicle. And we have a tiny floating wizard who is mysteriously missing in action. The trailer for He-Man vs. Skeletor has given us a lot to be excited about, and just enough to be a little bit worried. It's a perfect storm of hype and uncertainty. The central question is whether it can walk the tightrope it has set for itself. Can it be both a loving homage to the original and a fresh modern adventure? Can it please the old-school fans who want a serious power fantasy and the new audiences who might be drawn in by the satirical humor? Some highlight the campy humor as a strength, while others worry it might veer too silly. This is the challenge. If it leans too far into the camp, it risks becoming a parody. If it takes itself too seriously, it might lose the goofy charm that made the original so beloved. Finding that perfect balance is the key to victory. This movie feels like a massive test for the power of nostalgia. After the monumental success of films like Barbie, every studio with a toy box is looking for their next billion-dollar hit. Masters of the Universe is clearly positioned to be just that, but nostalgia can bring people to the theater. It can't make them love the movie. The film has to deliver a compelling story, engaging characters, and breathtaking action. The toys can only get you so far. So, will this movie have the power? Will He-Man vs. Skeletor be the glorious, triumphant return to Eternia that fans have dreamed of for decades? Or will it be a beautiful, expensive, and ultimately confusing mess? A cautionary tale about what happens when you mix fantasy quests with HR paperwork.
Alright, Mixed Nuts, that is it for me today. I'm about to make like a baby and head out. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixednuts. We got new videos coming every Monday or Friday, of course. You can check us out on Instagram. That's that Mixed Nuts 3000. And until next time,